The last thing I remembered was the screeching of brakes and the sickening crunch of metal against bone. I was just another overworked literature professor rushing across the street, my mind consumed with grading papers about Shakespeare's greatest tragedy. How ironic that Romeo and Juliet would be the last thing on my mind before I died. But death, it turns out, has a twisted sense of humor. I jolted awake to the sound of lutes and the rustle of silk. My eyes flew open to ornate stone walls draped in rich tapestries. This wasn't a hospital. This wasn't anywhere I recognized. Lady Rosalind, you've been unconscious for hours. We feared the worst when you collapsed in the market. I turned toward the voice, a young woman in a servant's dress, her face creased with worry. Lady Rosalind. I looked down at my hands. Pale, delicate, adorned with rings I'd never seen before. My reflection in a nearby mirror showed a face that wasn't mine, beautiful, with dark curls and green eyes that seemed to hold secrets. My heart hammered as the impossible truth crashed over me. I was in Renaissance Verona. I was Lady Rosalind Capulet, Juliet's older cousin who died of fever before the events of the play. And if the calendar on the wall was correct, I had exactly 3 days before Romeo Montague drank poison in Juliet's tomb. Marta, I said, testing the name that somehow felt natural on my tongue. Send word to the Montague house. Tell them Lady Rosalind requests an urgent meeting with Romeo. Marta's face went white. My lady, you cannot possibly. The feud between our families. The feud is about to destroy everything. I stood, my mind racing. In my previous life, I'd analyzed this story from every angle. I knew every plot point, every tragic misstep. I need to see him today. But Lady Rosalind, your father will. My father won't know. I moved to the window, gazing out at the bustling streets of Verona. Somewhere out there, Romeo was falling deeper in love with Juliet, unaware that their secret marriage would lead to their deaths in mere days. Tell me, has young Juliet been acting strangely lately? Marta nodded eagerly. Oh yes, she's been sneaking about, speaking in riddles, and just yesterday I caught her kissing her own hand while staring at the moon. Too late. They were already married. A knock at the door interrupted my thoughts. A young man entered, tall, broad-shouldered, with kind eyes and an easy smile. My heart skipped, but not from recognition of the character. This was someone new, someone who shouldn't exist in Shakespeare's story. Cousin Rosalind, he said warmly. I heard you'd taken ill.